Hello, friends. I'm Cassandra Joan Butler, Agent 56 with the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. And this is Cosmic Connections for the week. And I'm a little late. I apologize. Duty called, duty to family. But I'm here and I'm glad to be here. Always happy to be with you. So we're in the countdown to the full moon of the Gemini cycle. And our beautiful full moon is also known as the strawberry full moon. I'm scrambling to get my little booklet here, is on Monday. So it's still a little ways away, but Monday is a big day. We're going to be mentioning several cosmic events that take place on that day. And in the meantime, we are on Wednesday, the 24th. And once we hit Saturday, we're in full-blown what's called gibbous cycle. Now, the gibbous cycle is the energy right prior to the full moon. And things may be feeling this weekend, prior to the full moon, for each of us, a little bit high octane, a little turbocharged. Our emotions are going to be very strong, and our psychic impressions are generally more strong and more accurate, and we're not as logical. Let's put it that way. So be prepared for kind of a high octane type of weekend. Plus the fact that and it peaks, by the way, at 2:03 on Saturday. That's what's considered to be the preliminary energy before the full moon, i.e. the gibbous phase. And it's connects with our emotional bodies and so forth. So in preparation for that, tap into your scorpionic phase of your chart today and tomorrow, because you'll be feeling a little bit more, investigative. And speaking of investigative, I think it's worth a mention that the Tulsi Gabbard today was decrying what was happening during the COVID era and decrying Fauci and his role. If you haven't looked into that story under the light of the Scorpio moon, please do, because it's very riveting and quite upsetting as well. I know back in 2021, Kennedy wrote The Real Dr. Fauci. It didn't get a lot of airplay, but it's a tome about this big. And even though it's in my library, I haven't really read it because it's thousands and thousands of pages and very highly referenced, lots of data in there. But that's a story that's coming out into the consciousness, and that's why I'm mentioning it. Since the moon is now in Scorpio. Scorpio is the grand investigator. So where you find Scorpio, you have to go to the root cause of any situation. Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, Patricia. You know what? I would love to, Ryan, but I'll still be playing with my Leo, the grandson, but I will be teaching tomorrow in Lilydale at 7 p.m. And maybe we could do a nightcap after the, that's a date, Ryan, right after the class. Are you a late night guy? I have a date with Ryan. Yes, friends, before I forget, please, I think I put it somewhere. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'll post it right here. I don't know. If anyone has an interest in one of the major conjunctions of 2026, come and see me tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Zoom or in person through the Lilydale website. I'll be talking about the Saturn, which is structure, which is authority, which is time, and Neptune, which is dreams, which is spirituality, which is imagination, coming together for the first time at 0 degrees of Aries since 4163 BC. 6,000 years ago. It's a big deal. It's one of the biggest deals of 2026, why we all are feeling this, I'm never going to say all. Never say never and never say all. But the consciousness on the planet is shifting and changing. I think we might all agree to that. and is becoming a little bit more sovereign, like I'm going to believe what I'm about. I'm going to step into this newest and shiniest version of myself. Anyone feeling that way since February? Because that's when the conjunction was. So my class at Lilydale, the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, the Dreaming a New Reality conjunction, will be offered to all of you if you have a computer tomorrow evening at 7 through the Lilydale website. So thank you for reminding us. You're like Tim Brainerd. Maybe Brainerd will be there too. We can really have a tete-a-tete. Okay, yeah, right after the class. My class is from 7 until 10. And I'm very excited to be at Lilydale and to participate this summer quite a bit. Over the weekend, this gibbous phase, I'll probably be talking about this from the podium at Lilydale, talking about gibbous, talking about our intuition, how there are more times during the month when we are more heightened in our sensitivity, our psychic abilities, our intuition. We just kind of blow up with that knowingness, and that's this weekend. And I'll be at Lilydale at the auditorium talking about that on Saturday at 2:30, and also sharing messages at Lilydale. So I hope to see you down there. Just give me a ring. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Nancy. I'm here. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Candy. Oh, no. Okay. Yes. Candy, understood. I'm glad you got that taken care of. And everyone sends some nice healing to Candy. Hi, Susan J. Hi, Terry. Cheryl, nice to see you. Debbie, 2 Debbies in a row, Debbie M and Debbie O. And Patricia and Anne-Marie and Jerry, nice to see you all. Lisa, Kathy D from Florida. And thanks for being here tonight. I always love to see you. And I see your names. I see you. Hey, Joni. Hello, hello. Thanks for being here. Dawn Elizabeth. So, friends, tonight we're talking about, our Scorpio-ish energy. The moon entered Scorpio early this morning. We have a Scorpio moon tomorrow. And be advised, if you happen to be awake tonight, well, actually not tonight. Let's call it 6:13 in the morning tomorrow, Thursday. When you wake up, the moon will be squaring our beautiful planet Venus. Then the moon is going to be in conjunct Saturn right afterwards, early in the morning. So early morning tomorrow might be a little dicey. But we have a whole lot of energy tomorrow evening of dreaming a new dream when I'm doing this class. So anyway, let's get on with our PowerPoint here. All right. So our focus tonight, friends, are on the full moon on Monday. So think of the full moon as that time of the month when we exhale and we become illuminated. We receive information that we don't normally feel or see. We see in the dark, obviously. Full moon. And it completes itself or perfects itself on Monday the 29th at 7:57 p.m. So we'll see the moon rising that will be full on Monday the 29th. And here's the chart. The moon from Eastern Daylight Time won't be visible when it's exactly full. Understand, a full moon is defined as 180-degree opposition between the sun and the moon. So even though the moon looks full tonight, if you're observing it, it's not completely in full cycle. And it's a little confusing unless you study the astrology, but it's simple, right? There's a moment when the moon is full, and that moment happens to be Eastern time on Monday at 7:57 p.m. Already, this is the focus, 8 degrees of Capricorn. So this is the crescendo of the Gemini cycle, when we're really open to receiving information that's relative to thinking, networking, logic, Our logic is getting sprinkled with intuition because of this full moon in the grounded sign of Capricorn. And it's the other thing to be aware of. In everyone's life, there is a dance and there's a polarity, there's a push-pull between our personal life, which is represented by Cancer, home and family, privacy, the place away from the public, and career, Capricorn energy. Capricorn is solid, structure, authority, responsibility. So we may be experiencing in the next week or two how to balance our personal life with our home life, no matter where Capricorn falls in your chart. So there's a dance, to give a little, take a little, but the keynote with the full moon is balancing. The full moon Sabian symbol is one of my favorites. It's an angel carrying a harp. Now, this angel is carrying the harp. It's not playing the harp. There's a subtle difference here. So when you're carrying an instrument, you're not quite engaged in making the music. So one interpretation of that might be that the messenger of the gods, or God, an angel, is a cross-cultural, cross-religious, spiritual image of the messenger. There's the poignancy of this degree, I believe, is that there's a message that is in potential. The angel's carrying the harp. It's not playing the harp. So look for divine messages that perhaps aren't fully formed by the light of the full moon where you find Capricorn. So be aware of divine intervention, divine guidance, and do a meditation or prayerfulness, especially around that 7:57 p.m. Eastern time. You can make the change where you are on the planet. So it's interesting to me because I also work with so many different asteroids. There is an asteroid called Angel. So the Angel asteroid is at 21 degrees of Scorpio, and it's speaking very kindly to all the Cancer planets in the room, right? So it's trining or supporting Jupiter, which is philosophy. And this is like a potent date. Okay, when this full moon occurs, Jupiter, the great guru planet, the Santa Claus planet, is in the last degrees of Cancer, where it's been since June 9th of 2025, and it won't return to Cancer for another 12 years. So the Angel asteroid is trining Jupiter, which is the philosopher planet, and it's asking us to maybe process what we've been through in the past year and get some message, some clarity. And speaking of clarity, Mercury, by the time we have our full moon, is retrograde. Friends, we all know what a Mercury retrograde is about. It's not a bad thing, please. It's not a bad thing any more than sleeping is a bad thing, because a third of our lives we're unconscious and rebooting our computer called the brain when we are in sleep. So a third of the time, Mercury, the planet which represents cognition and the mind and the brain, is retrograde. And as it's retrograde, and it will be starting on this full moon date, it's helping us reflect, redo, reconsider, reboot our feelings and our mindfulness about wherever we find Cancer. So you look where you find Cancer in your chart. You might be rethinking, what do I want to do about X, Y, and Z in your personal chart? We also have Mercury conjunct Hygeia. How very interesting. You know, the COVID crisis started when the eclipses were in Cancer and Capricorn. We're rethinking about the origin of the virus and the players in control. And these degrees are mirroring or opposite the Saturn-Pluto conjunction of January 12th of 2020. Isn't that interesting? And it's giving us a different feedback, a different perspective about what was really happening, because Mercury, which is mindfulness, is next to hygeia, which is health, especially public health. This astrology is just amazing. So although we're talking about the full moon, there's a lot of information here that's being pursed out on that Monday coming up. So big day, full moon, Mercury goes retrograde. And then by the end of the day, for my friends in California, there's the official ingress of Jupiter into the sign of Leo for the first time in 12 years. And the Leo parts of our charts becomes lit up. So at 10:52 on the 29th, we have this beautiful entrance of Jupiter into the sign of Leo, the leader, the king, the queen, the creative one, the generous one. So it's a big old day. Now, what's going to help us through all these changes? I think one of the biggest gifts of Pluto in the sign of Aquarius since November 20th of 2024, one of the biggest gifts is detachment. One of the gifts of Aquarius is logical detachment, not taking things personally, stepping back, looking at the narrative of our lives and saying, oh, well, I don't like this, let's change it. Oh, well, I don't like my disappointment, I'm going to work on that. I don't like the shadow part of myself, whatever. Aquarius gives one of those gifts of detachment, but what's really helping to be detached is our partnerships, because Pluto's been traveling with Juno for some time. And the minute that Jupiter goes into Leo, again, earlier in the Pacific time, and early in the morning on Tuesday the 30th at 1:52 in the morning, then it starts to make an opposition to Pluto. All right, so Jupiter opposite Pluto, and the culmination of that, by the way, friends, and I probably will be doing a special class in this particular topic because it's beautiful, is called the sextile, or the angel wing configuration of July 16th. That's right around the corner. July is a big month. And I know that beautiful Julia Simmons has a beautiful video about that on her YouTube, Cosmic Intelligence Agency YouTube channel. But I'll be doing a class. I like doing personal classes. Speaking of personal classes, on Tuesday the 30th, go to my website. I am doing a full moon message night for all who are interested. You sign up, you learn about the full moon, how it affects you, and then we do personal messages. Alrighty, there you go. There's our beautiful full moon. I read the comments here. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Susie. Hello. Always here. I was late too, Mary. Great to see you. Candy would like a message. Hi, Claire. Great to see you from the North Times. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Elaine. Thank you for the compliments, Michelle. Hi, Barbara. Wow, that ascendant degree is really going to be tweaked with beautiful intuition, don't you think? On the full moon. Hi, Jean. Hi, Summer Ray. Hi, Joanne. Hello. Never late, always right on time, friends. There's a lot to take in. So I'm going to make it simple for you, Nancy. This date is important because it's a full moon, but two other things are happening on the 29th. Jupiter starts a new 12-year cycle, and we have Mercury retrograde. And I love what you just simply said, Nancy. It's a lot to take in and a lot for us to reflect upon. This is a reflective period. Hello, Beth. Hi, Dawn. Let's do and I'll give you a sneak preview. One more thing, friends. Okay, go to my website if you want to take the class on Tuesday the 30th. Go to Lilydale website if you want to see me tomorrow night. I'm going to talk about Saturn Neptune. Whoa, it's going to be a great class. And the other thing is breathe, relax, and think of this gorgeous Sabian symbol, an angel carrying a harp. One of the themes of 2026 is Neptune conjunct Saturn. Connect with the divine. Connect with the God of your understanding. Know that you're never alone. Period. And you will get guidance, especially with this beautiful degree of the angel carrying a harp. even your darkest hours. All right. I'm sure everybody here has had a dark hour or two. Me. Everybody has. If you're human, you've had a dark hour. Here's your nuggets for the full moon. Keynote is Capricorn. If you're a Capricorn rising or Capricorn, this full moon is illuminating you. So Barbara from California, it's illuminating you, this beautiful full moon. If you are an Aries or Aries rising, the full moon is asking you to take a look at the bigger picture of your career, how you want to share with others as a leader in your own right. For Taurus or Taurus rising, your energy is being activated so you can communicate more clearly, as I'm stumbling on my words. Gemini or Gemini rising, this full moon is illuminating your long-term financial plan. How am I going to be safe and secure in the future? Well, let the full moon and that angel carrying the harp sing a new song for you for finances. For Cancer or Cancer rising, the energy is about your partner. It's about how you can become a better partner. And it's also basically telling you to relax and feel secure within yourself and your significant others. For Leo or Leo rising, the full moon is activating how you want to become healthier. What's your routine? What you need to add, what you need to release for the sake of your health. For Virgo or Virgo rising, the full moon is activating your playful, creative side, including romance, including hobbies and joy, and just being like a kid, Virgo. For Libra or Libra rising, this full moon is illuminating how you want your home to be and your family. It might mean a deep clean or deep organization, whatever it means for you, Libra, take it in and improve your family life. For Scorpio, it's a 3, the third house. The full moon is asking you to consider what you want to do in terms of organization, how you want to use your time, how you want to write, speak, and organize your connection with that asset called time. For Sagittarius, it's about making money, making abundance, being happy with your own self-esteem. I already talked about Capricorn. Let's do it one more time. Capricorn, this full moon is the one and only for you for the whole year. So you step into your charisma. For Aquarius, you step into your need for prayer, retreat, and getting away from it all. And our beautiful Pisces, this full moon is going to illuminate who your friends are, right? You're going to have a better idea about who are your BFFs. There you go, friends. Let's do some spiritual work. All right, how this works. If you're new, sit back, relax. I close my eyes. I pick 2 people. It's totally random. And I turn on my right brain. Dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love, light, truth. Inspiration and healing for the highest, for the best, as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. I am with, who am I with? Michelle. See, you gave me a compliment. I picked you. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't pick you for that. My thumb came to you, Michelle. All right, Michelle, as I'm tuning into you tonight, let's see, hiding your name. The first thing I want to say to you is I'm in the kitchen. I think I'm with you, or no. I'm in the kitchen when you were much younger, and we had other females with you, mom, grandma, aunts. And there's an assembly line of making a large feast for a large group of people. I'm getting this memory from you, and there's like different pots, different different pots, plug-ins, big casserole dishes. And I think the message I'm getting from these images for you, Michelle, is that you are often the person that's instrumental in creating a structure for gatherings. I'm not sure where I want to go with this, but to say that there may be a big gathering that's coming up this summer, a big party, a big celebration of sorts. And sometimes you give too much. You want to have other people help you with the preparation of the food and the festivities. But this is something that's ingrained in you. You're such a hospitable type of individual, but I'm seeing the array of female loved ones on the other side. You're in the kitchen, you're younger, but this is something that's inbred within you of always being the person, the commander in chief of the kitchen. That's the first thing I want to say to you. Secondarily, I'm seeing the image of redoing some landscaping wherever you live, and pruning things, taking things away, making your life simpler on every level. And you've got a talent for that, but the message is let other people do the heavy lifting. And I'm also getting an image of a white, curly, I think it's a doggy. It's got curly little, I'm not sure, I'm not getting the breed per se, but a little white doggy that's in spirit, that's saying hello to you. And please give me feedback on this, Michelle. And thank you for being such a faithful watcher of the show. And may blessings to you. Okay. All right. The next person I'm coming in here is Linda Leland Maxon. Maxon. Okay. So Linda Leland, I'm with you. Blessings to you, my friend. As I'm tuning into you tonight, I'm perceiving I'm with, this is another mediumship message. There's a very tall, distinguished gentleman on the other side of life. I think he's connected with your mother's side of the family. He feels more like a cousin or an uncle than a direct grandfather descendant, but he's tall, he's graceful, he's intelligent, and he may have died before his time through it almost feels like a medical accident, all right, a medical hiccup of some stripe. But he's coming in to tell you that on this maternal side of the family, it's definitely on the maternal side of the family, there's always been this legacy of scholarship and investigative research, maybe some teachers or librarians or something like this. And he's telling you that you're doing a good job of making space and time for this type of learning, and you will be rewarded for it. But don't dismiss how enriched you are by your private research and learning. That's number one. Number two, I'm seeing a big circle around August for you, especially the August 12th eclipse in Leo. So I don't know if you know your chart. I don't think I've ever met you. I may have. I'm not sure, Linda. But look to where Leo falls in your chart, because there's a delightful new surprise for you, a new opportunity wherever you find Leo in your particular matrix of your chart. And it's creative. It's an opportunity. It could be a travel opportunity or a learning opportunity for you. You either hear about it or you're actually doing this opportunity in mid-August, around August 12th. Okay, I hope that helps. And thank you. Thank you for all being here. Hi, John. Hi, Cindy. Mary R. Hi, Carol. And I hope, hello, Christina, Cindy, Carol, and Jean. I think I said hi to everybody. If not, know that I'm thinking about giving you all big psychic intuitive hugs. Enjoy the full moon, friends. And hopefully you can tune into the class tomorrow night at Lilydale, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Still have some room in the Zoom room, and or the class next Tuesday, which is a full moon interactive message and full moon night. That's also at 7 p.m. So, yes, Candy, yes, that's what I was talking about, the big sextile. I'll be doing a little class on that. So if you're not a part of my email blast, please do. It's the 16th through the 19th, a very strong, eventful time. And believe it or not, it's not a negative time. It's like an exhale, let's start our work type of golden era time. So we'll be talking about that in the weeks to come. Many blessings. Thanks for being here, friends.